What's up, guys? How's it going? So, I'm not in Las Vegas. What has happened? Why are we here? Where are we, first off? Truth be told, I have no idea. So I got sick in Las Vegas, you guys, after I played the Colossus. As you guys know, I was sick in Reno. So I wasn't feeling very good, felt like I couldn't play very well, so I'm heading home. Looked for some flights. Flights were okay, so I was like, let's just road trip, you know? Let's just pick up a little Malibu and hit the road. So yeah, we're gonna see some cool stuff on the way. Be vlogging the experience, of course, and yeah, that's the plan. So I'm really kind of disappointed that Vegas ended that way. You know, we'll work hard on our goals when we get back, because I want travel to be a big part of my life, and how it's going right now, I get sick every trip I go on, so I need to get healthier. It needs to be something I fix. The beautiful desert, you guys. There's gonna be plenty more of that, but I gotta get back on the road. We have about 14 hours of driving to go today. I may do it in 1, I may do it in 2, I don't know. I'm not in a rush. The other thing I want to tell you guys was my Colossus story. Let me set this up. Can this hold? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Colossus. I played day 1B, which started at 4 o'clock. I was gonna play at 10, but I missed the flight. Got in, and immediately I had a guy on my table that was like super aggressive. Like, he was just playing every hand, like he was all in a couple times. So he limped, I raised up ace 9 of hearts, he shoved, I called, he had 6s. This is for like 50 big blinds, but you know, he was rumbling, and we double up, which is great. Or just short of double up. Then I got a penalty. I got a 1-round penalty, you guys. The hand where I raised, someone called in the middle, I didn't know they called, then someone shoved that was short stack, and I called with king queen, and then turned over my hand. I was like, oh, you know, it's just me. But then there's the guy in the middle, he's like, oh, I hadn't called yet, and he folded 4s. He folded 4s, even seeing my king queen. And then I ended up winning the pot, but then the floorman that got called over, he didn't even give me a warning or anything. It was just like 1-round penalty. I thought it was aggressive. I didn't argue, because like arguing never accomplishes anything ever in that situation. You just had to take it. But the other people at my table are like, I've never received a penalty for that. You know, like just a warning would have done. So I had to stand on the rail, and that was a weird feeling. We ended up to like 50,000 when we entered the money, which was about 6 hours later, so that was good. We got our first cash on the board, and then we played a very interesting hand. The previous hand, literally the hand before, I just doubled up to, I don't know, like 80,000 or something with kings. I'm in the big blind this hand, middle position raises. I have king 8 of hearts, so I call in the big blind. It was just over a min raise, like 2.5x or something. And flop comes queen jack 4. So not a lot going on there. I check, and then he checks back, okay? So immediately I'm thinking like, okay, most likely hand is a jack. Probably doesn't have 10-9. Could have some ace highs here. Could have some king highs here. I'm going to bet most of their queens, most of the time. You have to make a read on the opponent, right? Like, some really good opponents can definitely balance checking back some queens there and stuff if they know anything about me or whatever. And this guy seemed decent, but I'm assuming that they're betting most of those. Turn comes an 8. Okay, so we make a pair of 8s. Queen, jack, 4, 8. We check, because there's no reason to bet. We might as well just check call. Or if it goes check, check, we can bet the river. So we check, and they bet, and we call. Now, the river is a queen, and I check, and he bets like half pot, just under half pot. So I didn't think my 8 was good very often here. We beat like king 9, maybe some king highs that decide to bet twice, but that's about it. I thought that most of his range was jack X and maybe ace 8, because what kind of hands can we have? We're probably going to bet a jack on the turn. I thought his range was pretty weak. I didn't think he had very many queens. I didn't think he could have 10-9, because I assumed he'd bet it on the flop, so I decided to check raise, and he had 10-9. He had the straight, he checked back 10-9, so I kind of blasted a lot of chips there, like 50,000 chips or something. Maybe a bad bluff, maybe a good bluff, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I realized like king 8 is one of the best hands we have in that spot for playing it that way, but it still seems better than just calling. I think calling is going to be profitable too, barely, given the price we're getting. But I think check raising was a little bit better. So I check raised, he called. I was crippled. I got it in 5s against ace-10 the next hand, and that was it. That was the end of my Colossus story. So cashed it. Ended up getting sick the next day. I was in my hotel room the whole day. Went out for dinner with Kev at a really nice steakhouse, John George's. And then we decided to leave early. Wasn't feeling it, you guys. Wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna hit the road. This is where we're at right here. What's up, guys? How's it going? I am at a lake. I just pulled over. I'm still in Idaho right now. Gotta go through Montana and then up across the border and then up to Calgary. So I have about 8 hours left. It's gonna get dark in 2. Which kind of sucks. I should have just woken up earlier. But yeah, I thought it was kind of picturesque. Reminded me of the Lord of the Rings a little bit. Cool thing about Idaho and Montana is like the hills. We have lots of hills in Canada too, like around where I am in the prairies, but the hills are really far apart here. So like the whole world just opens up. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I thought I'd update you guys what's going on. I wanted to talk a little bit about my trips that I've been taking. Let's adjust this 1 second. So the trips I've been taking have been great, and I touched on it a little bit earlier, but the problem is I just get sick on these trips, and I'm so frustrated. I'm so tired of getting sick on these trips because it's something I want to do with my life is travel to all these really cool places for these poker tournaments like the EPTs and the World Series of Poker and maybe Aussie Millions, but I'm just unable to do it right now because I get sick on every single one, and then I miss a week somewhere, whether it's when I get home or on the actual trip, which really sucks. So I think the plan right now is I don't think I'm going to go back for the main event to Vegas, which kind of hurts my feelings. It's painful just to say that, but I think it's a bad decision. I think what I need to focus on right now is getting healthier. So we're gonna work on the fitness, get on the 5 days a week with the personal trainers, and have that solid all the way until the end of August. And then also just on Twitch and YouTube. I wanna stream 5 days a week for you guys consistently for the next 2.5 months, and I wanna put out 2 YouTube videos a day, which is gonna be starting up right when I get home. So that's gonna be the focus for now. Kinda makes me sad, but I just realized, and I talked to my roommate Kevin about it, I'm wasting my time if I'm going on these trips and I'm not in good enough shape to make it happen. If I go and then I end up being sick for a week and, you know, I feel sort of uncomfortable as a big guy and like it's hard to get around and stuff, I just want to be the person that I look up to and I aspire to be, and then do those things, you know? So I have to get there. So this is the last trip for a while. Quick thought on driving. It's my favorite form of travel. I could have taken a flight home and it would have cost me about the same, and would have saved me about 12 hours of my time. But you just have a lot of time to like think about life and think about what you're doing with life and what you need to improve at, and you know, listen to some audiobooks. I listened to some great books on this trip. Content Inc. is one of them that I thought was really, really awesome. I've really enjoyed it, and granted there's another 8 hours, so I'm gonna enjoy it less going forward, but yeah. We're home. 16-hour drive. That's a long time. Guys, this doesn't make any sense. Why is our living room like this? Tilted. Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep. Gotta take that rental car in tomorrow morning. But I think that's gonna be it for the vlog. Thank you guys so much for sharing for the trip with me. I'm gonna be back on the grind starting tomorrow. See you then.